Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. Well, I'm with a group of people today. We're going to be trading the open. We're going to be beta testing the open strategy, which is continuing to change, and we'll be in a book soon too. And there's a whole group of traders that are helping beta test what everybody's coming up with, which is pretty exciting. So I'm about to go over that, and we're about to trade in just a second. So please read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. You should seek the advice of someone you trust that's licensed. This is an educational and entertainment channel, so make sure you read that and get somebody you trust before you try to do anything here. So today we're going to be trading Tesla 500 shares using the new open strategy. Now, obviously, this will work with any share size, 5 shares, 10 shares, whatever, or not work. We'll see what happens. Although a bunch of the guys were trading it last week when I was doing that challenge, that 5-day challenge where I had to trade, make $300 a day in 30 minutes trading just 100 shares. And I did make it, and I did end up in second place for those that you are interested. If you're noticing a different background today, I'm in a brand new, a different studio, one of the studios that I've had that I never really set it up for recording. So I'm going to be recording there for a while the other is getting remodeled. So anyway, things look a tiny bit different here. Not that that really matters. The screen looks just the same. So this is what's considered to be the perfect layout for the open strategy. It's got a big 1-minute chart. Of course, the scalpers indicator, which is totally free on this channel. I will make this layout available again for new people and with a link on how to get it. And remember, go back through 3 or 10 episodes ago that shows how to import things, because Charles Schwab will kind of send you down a different way that is not actually very intuitive, and you might not get the layout. So watch that little 3-minute video that shows you how to get these and the custom scripts that we have. 10 custom scripts on episode 83. The scalpers indicator is I'll put that on too. I'll put the brand new scalpers indicator on, as well as this layout. So you have a 1-minute chart, scalpers indicator, a 15-minute chart, the active trader, the level 2. This is a 5-minute. This is a reduced 5-minute, reduced 1 hour, reduced 4 hour, and then the day down here, which is reduced. Now I will show you how we set this up right now for the open strategy, which changed since the last time we traded it. So you look at the close of yesterday. We don't have any action today that you can see. The pre-market's right there where these lines are, and you see that it was $168.47 to the right of my picture. C is what it is. So you look at that, then you look at the average true range over a 14-day period, $8.50. You divide that by 2. You subtract half of it from the close to get the ATR low, and you add half of it from the close to get the ATR high, and then you get your levels. Now, these are the levels where normally, according to the strategy, you would mark these profit lines, but I went higher outside of this by looking at the action today so far in pre-market, and actually I would have done the same thing. I would have gone lower here down to this level, but there is no place to mark them. I'll show you in just a minute. So the whole basis of the strategy is you wait for the price action to break the pre-market high or the pre-market low. So I just marked that at 9:10. And I just marked this at 8:20. It looks like that was the two. Why does that look weird here? Let me just make sure we got this right. Yeah, there's the, nope. Oh, because that's before 7. So it's at 7:30. It's got to be from 7:30 to 9:15. Okay, that's where you mark them. Not past 9:15, not before 7:30. That's what the strategy calls for. Okay, now you got to mark areas where you're going to get profit, where you're going to take profit once you break the pre-market high or pre-market low. So you do that with Fibonacci. Fibonacci's are always marked from left to right, either peak to trough or trough to peak, but left to right. You click them on those, and then they spread out, and that's nature's mathematical formula. A lot of people follow that. So I did that on a 5-day. A 5-minute 10-day chart, and then I also did it on a 2-day 5-minute chart. So you have multiple areas here. Then the other place, as you can see, these profit lines, the other place is where the stock stopped and turned around abruptly, stopped and rested. If you look at the big one again here, this one here, You can see, I couldn't really go back any further than this because we were out of the price action. But this is price action turning around, and that's all those are. They're pivot points. I just wrote the word profit. We didn't have any down here at all except right the previous day. So I did what I could do. We all picked Tesla. They don't really have we don't have the criteria set up 100% yet for this open strategy because it's being beta tested, right? So we're going to be starting to trade in 7 minutes here live so you can see what it looks like. And I'll be trading 500 shares of Tesla using this layout, which is a pretty good layout to do this kind of scalping. Let me get it more set up here. And then I'll talk to you a little bit more about the strategy. Actually, this is not. There we go. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm ready to trade. And here we go. Yeah, so there's the open session, right? And then here's the scalpers indicator down here. Of course, this is going to go off the chart. It's going to go as soon as it starts trading. So that's the buyers and that's the sellers. And then that blue is the volume, that column. So this is telling you the sentiment with inside the candle. This is an amazing free indicator that I will make a link to this layout. So the only thing better than that really is level 2, depending on how good you can see somebody's trying to stop it there with 8,200. So you multiply this by 100. And then remember, 50 to 70% of this is hidden. So you really need to look at other things besides the level 2, especially on a large cap like Tesla. So the way that the open strategy works, let's just say if it breaks the pre-market high, this looks like what's going to happen, we're going to start trading, right? So if it breaks the pre-market high, then we're allowed to go in as long as it's after the first minute of the market. And if it's already up here, then we can go on the next profit line. And then what's changed from the last time, and you saw where I marked these out over there. So what's changed from the last time is that you can take profit. If it broke, you can take profit on the first line, or it's the trader's discretion looking at the other moves. Now, what's talked about right now is if it broke through and then started to turn around halfway down the candle that broke through is when you should absolutely get out. If it goes through right away and doesn't hit a profit line, then you should get out within 5 cents of the break. Like, try to keep your loss to the minimum. Don't write it into the channel here. So there is no profit taking inside between the pre-market levels. But the biggest thing that changed, because this is what everybody was having trouble with the original strategy, is if it broke the pre-market high, you only take trades on green candles. That's it. Made it really easy when that rule was made. It's only on an upward moving green candle. So it doesn't matter if it pulls back, I'm going to get it. It has to be green, entirely green, not just moving up, green. Boy, did that solve a lot of people's problems and made people have way better, more winnings and less losses. Yes, some trades are left on the table, but overall, it's a way safer way to play. Same thing if we're trading short. You can only take a short on a red candle as it breaks the profit level. It can't be green as it's breaking the profit level. And it can happen depending on where it opens. So it's really easy to just remember that. Once you're above, you're only taking trades on green candles. Once you're below, you're only taking trades on red candles. So the guys that were trading Tesla last week and following that said that it made the biggest difference in the world as far as the effectiveness and the ease of trading this strategy. Now, there's a lot of different ways that people say to trade the open, and I think the book is going to cover that. So remember, Day Trading Volume 1 is the RV strategy. You're going to want to get that book. That's usually what we're trading here. Day Trading Volume 2 is all about candlestick patterns. That's the Candlestick Pattern Playbook. And the third one is another candlestick pattern book. Really, it's all about candlestick pattern. Every bit of technical analysis is based on patterns. So you really need to learn your candlestick patterns. Those are the two best books, Candlestick Pattern Playbook, and the other one, 66 Candles to Mastery or whatever, Day Trading Volume 3. I'll have links. Trading in the Zone is going to help you manage your risk, make a great trading plan, emotionally deal with your losses. And then the Best Loser Win is besides a lot of other things, Best Loser Wins is giving you some confidence to hang on to your trades as you don't just bail out instantly. So those 5 books, I have links to all of them. I have links to this layout, and I have links to the Scalper's Indicator. Episode 83 has 10 free scripts. We don't charge for anything here. We don't sell courses, just entertainment, demonstrations, and education. So remember, we really need your subscription, thumbs up, and sharing. That's what we live for. And we're just starting to grow now. We'd really appreciate your help. It looks like it's going to break the pre-market now. Do have a pretty big group with me today, and we're all beta testing this today. So we're excited to get back to a little bit higher share size than last week. But remember, this can be traded for any share size. So if it's all about your trading plan and setting a max loss and really following that. You really want to follow your trading plan no matter what. Remember, if you follow your trading plan, you won anyway, even if you're red for the day. But I always say just try to go $20, $50 and get out, and then add it up. There's a person that we're working with, sort of the team is working with, that just wants to make $100 a day, and he's totally happy. We'll see. Once he gets that, we'll see about that. But so we've been giving him tips about, here's what you got to do, man. Even if you're $20, get out. If you're not feeling it, get out. If it's so hard and your confidence is shaking. Okay, guys, now we got to let the first minute run, and that's just about a minute from now. And then we'll go in as soon as it breaks a level on the second minute, unless it's already broken a level, and then it's up to our discretion. And we're already above. So it's way up there to the next profit level. Jesus. May just, could just flush down. The point of control is down here. So 15 seconds. So I'll be calling the ball. That's called quarterbacking, but everybody takes their own trades. So we're all good to go on the mic, right? Yep. All right. And here we go. There it goes. So what's going to happen here? Whoa, went right back through. That's why you wait for this candle. That's why you wait. If you would have jumped in there, you'd be like, shit, shoot, my God, I'm going down, You could hold it, but that's a pretty big move, especially for 500 shares. So we've still got about 30 seconds, and maybe this nonsense will be played out by then, and we'll have either a downward, could go down here. It's kind of supporting this fib is sort of, remember what I told you about the scalping indicators? This gives us exactly a minute to kind of straighten this stuff out. 15 seconds now. Come on, get up here. There's kind of where we want to be on that scalper's indicator. Okay. 6 seconds. So, okay, well, we're going to be able to go in, right, as if it breaks that line. Yeah, so I'm going to go in there on the break of that line. So, but you could have gone in right there too. Now, it's our discretion to take profit immediately if we want to do that. Now, my position is 170.37, so I really shouldn't let this get down to 32. It was almost there, actually. Is that it? That's it? I'm supposed to get out right there. Boy, that's too fast. I got to get out. That's a loss. Okay, so that hit it for a loss, so I'm going to wait for it to break back through that level. That's by the rules, guys. Keep the losses low. Now, if it goes through no, I can't trade on a red candle. Yeah, this was the problem before. We thought, well, if it broke that and came back up, I cannot trade on a red candle. So that's going to save me if this thing crashes, because I would have gone in right there. So that's too bad. That was a losing trade to begin with, but let's just follow the rules. It never really made a profit, even if I wanted to, but I was going to hold it, is what I was going to do. So yeah, that's not doing good for us here. So So if it breaks down through here, then we're gonna want to sell, and we can take the first profit line or not. We don't have to do it. I'm a little worried, to be honest with you. I'd want to see more of a. Damn, look at that go, huh? So that is tempting to go short right there. So that's at the that's when you can go in short. I'm just the first profit line's right there. I'd like to see it definitively break that. Then I'll think about it. Man, it stinks that we lost that first trade. We should have just snagged that profit immediately. Well, we didn't have a profit. That's right. Okay, so it's about to go through again. So we have an option on a green candle to go in if it breaks that. Let's see how it goes here, guys. I will definitely go in again and try to get back my 60 bucks. That's at 85. There it goes. All right, so it hit 86, so I got it at 81, but it did break through it. So this is a loss if I see this below 76 cents. I should sell, according to the strategy. So let's hope we get an actual move here. Wow, it's going to shake me out again here. Come on, guys. That was 2 cents of shaking me out of that trade. So I shouldn't really take profit till up here, but I'm not going to. So as I said before, I'm gonna try to ride this a little higher here. There we go. So that's a decent trade. It is tempting. That was at 380 for a second. So that's right at the line. You're looking at what the market maker is going to give me, literally right at the line. Let's take a look at the fib. Now, what you're supposed to do on the strategy is, as it breaks these lines, if it goes halfway back down through the next candle, that's when you take the profit at that point and stop trying to hold out for a bigger profit. So that's the way the strategy calls for it, and everybody's been making big money following that. So let's see. So I'm at 81, so it would have to come down to, it would have to come way down to almost 170 for me to get out of this trade right now. So I'm in a really good position for being shaken out anyway. Now the question is, where's the best way to take profit? Because, I'd rather take profit higher if it starts to come down than lose something here. So, so let's talk about what the strategy is. So the whole idea about the pre-market highs, wherever they might be marked, whatever strategy you're doing, or the first 5 minute, or the first 15 minute of the open session, people do different strategies, is that it's called out the trend for the day. It's calling out a trend. Now, that's why you kind of want to ride the trend until it's not a trend, So you waited. I got a little hit there, and now I'm back. I'm feeling good. But now I want to see a definitive turnaround here. I want to see this definitively turn around before I get out. So let's just see. Now, you're supposed to only trade this for the first 15 minutes is all it's been back tested. Now, how we have the ATR. If you've been watching the channel, we have the escalator strategy, which is right up here. If we pass that ATR and then it comes back and retests, that's usually an area where you might take profit and then turn around and take off with it. That's the escalator strategy. But we're right now trading the open, so I don't want to see this get down to 170.70 here. I don't want to see it halfway down this candle, or I think it's going to turn around, so I've got to be careful here. Right about where that fib line is, I should take profit if it's going to go down there. Otherwise, I'm going to ride this move, and that's what the strategy calls for. If you're just riding it, it's your discretion, of course. I could have taken a profit there, then gone back in and taken a profit here, and then I could have just gone back in again, and I could have already had banked all that. So how do I protect what I've already made? Well, I don't let it go halfway down, So now this is an interesting thing, because this is, if you read your candlestick patterns, right? So this is basically now it's kind of not a trend, so it's hard to call that a real pattern, but that would be a indecision or a bearish doji, meaning that this could go down. Now on this thing, I would still wait for the fib to get out on this indecisive candle here. I would still wait for the fib to get out. So this is sort of subjective reasoning. Nobody's talked about what we're supposed to do in a situation like that. Halfway down, it's such a tiny candle. Do you go halfway down the wick? So that's a question already I have for the designers of this strategy. What does that mean now with the wicks? Do you go, and if it's a shadow wick, that might not even be real pricing. So, you know, you have to, but right now now you've got another one. So if you did halfway down here, 171.44 would be profit taking for this candle. And I probably would take it because we're up against a fib there, and it might be turning around here. So 171.44 would be me. You can't reverse. Remember, this is not a reversing strategy. So, but I would want to bank what I had there, and you just pop back in if it keeps going up, breaks the next level, right? I want to be careful I don't hit that by mistake. But we do want to manage our risk and profit what we can. Look at the scalpers indicator, basically telling you, don't get out of this move. You're crazy to get out of the up right now. 15 minutes, nothing but up. 5 minutes are nothing but up. Everything's strong to say, let's go up. And now we have it the same thing. We have it 171.70 roughly is where we would look to get out on this candle. I mean, I can make these look like they're a bigger move there. There you go. So 70, and it could hit it here. So, but I'm not up against anything, so I'm hesitant to get out. I think I'd wait for this. Yeah, well, I'd wait for the fib. Yeah, that's what I'd wait for. So that's 170.70. So 71.70. So that's where, oh, whoa, I almost hit it there. That was close. So I'm going to get out, and I can't go in a red candle. So I profited 875. And we cannot take a trade till this candle breaks this level now, if it does, or goes back through the pre-market. So that felt pretty good to manage my risk right there. It felt pretty good to get out right where it said to get out, and it kept going down. I mean, it might have gone back up immediately, and I would have felt bad about it. See, I could have gone in on that candle. I'm going to go in right now. That was a green candle breaking that line, and I missed it. So what did I get that at? 72? So, that kind of stinks. I would say, I mean, as far as like getting out of the position, I think I would call it a little bit on the lower end of this, just because I missed the move. But so I'm back in again. It's just $20 on this trade. Now it's back down. So 70. Oh, I got to get out. I lost money. That's too bad. Well, let's see. I'm glad I got out. So, yeah. So that was below where I should have taken that trade. So this is what happens. It went green again. I'm trying it again. I'm trying it again. Let's see what happens here. So we want to see it. Don't want to see back in the high 60s, or I've got to take another hit. Or I can get out for a profit here and start doing smaller scalps if it's going to start consolidating, which is a thought. And you just try to stair step up. But it's so far to the next level, you know. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good about this strategy. I feel in control here about this strategy. I know I've taken a couple. I think I've taken like 3 losses, but overall, it's been good by just following the rules that it set. So again, I don't want to see this get into the high 60s here, like where it did, or the low 60s, like where it was right here, like kind of right where I got in. Oh man, are you going to do it to me again? Hit 64. There we go. There we go. Now it's worthwhile. So I could take that. I'm going to ride it, though, because whenever you see a void a lot of times when you have a void like this, it sucks it up. because there's nothing where it turned around on previous price action. So maybe it won't do that again. Maybe it'll just go just like it did before. So again, all patterns are based on previous price action. So we've only got about 3 minutes left here. So wow, it's gonna hurt me again. Get up there. Yep, it looks like 800 is going to be our deal here. The next surge I might, because we're almost out of time. We have just a little over 2 minutes. If we only trade, let's trade it true to what it says, and then we can go into the RV strategy in a few minutes, which I'll be trading NVIDIA today, making some money. There's no reversing, so I could have taken profit there. Let's see if we can get over 1,000 or jump up. Still got 2 minutes. Let's see if we can jump up there. Look at it go. There it goes. There it goes, baby. Come on. I probably will take profit here because if it goes there, because we're out of time in just a minute anyway, or a minute and 30 seconds, should I say. So I should have just maybe snagged it there, but I was looking for that $1,000. Wow, it's fallen off. A lot of indecisive candles tell you that it might turn around, and normally I would play these 2 fibs, I think, if it wasn't an open strategy that we're doing. So there she goes. Okay. So we have just over a minute, guys, to beta test this. We're over $1,000. Obviously, you can get out whenever you want here. So I'm going to try to take it to the max. Just over a minute here. This thing starts to fade, I'm going to get out prior to the full time. There it goes, though. See that? Often it will pop through that void, just like what's happening. You just got to kind of wait. Now I've got 1,100. Still got 40 seconds, guys. I kind of want to sell. It's like I'm liking $375 on this trade. Yeah, I'm just going to take that. So yeah, everybody still has 28 seconds, 27 seconds. Are you going to do better than me? So I did have a $60 loss. I think I had another loss that was, wow, I should have stayed in. I should have just held it. Yeah, held it. I thought I was going to do another one of these things, and I just wanted to keep it. Oh, wow, you guys still have 9 seconds. You made it all the way up here. Yeah, there's a 1,300, 1,250. Good for you guys. Okay, that's it. Well, that was the new open strategy. That was in 15 minutes, in and out. So that was interesting. I did like it, and the guys said I would, and they're right, because, first of all, compared to the tight situation we were having before, there was a lot of questions whether to go in and out on when it came back down and then went up. Like, oh, when do I can go now because I'm passing through a line. So when they made it by back testing, you can only go in on green candles if you're going long. Wow, look at it go, guys. Obviously they can keep trading. We were just once you pass the beta testing, but I did not continue to trade. But I would take this trade for sure if I wasn't just talking to you guys. But I'm going to trade 1,000 shares in a few minutes. So, but yeah, so this is pretty good. I felt like a lot of control. So I'll put these 2 things together for everybody so they can have the layout and the scalpers indicator. And then we're going to keep beta testing this and digging a little bit deeper on when to get out exactly, depending on how you got a bad entry maybe. What does that mean? So I kind of want a very, very definitive trading plan for these types of strategies. That's the key to their success, that everybody follows exactly what it's supposed to be. And I do like the fact that it's totally up to you whether you want to get out at each profit line. Would I have had just as much money? No, I wouldn't have, but I probably would have had close if I got out and then got back in, and then got out and then got back in, and then got out and then got back in, So I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I kept writing a lot of these, and, so that's why. But, I'm a scalper at heart too, so it's I normally would have done something different, but when you're only trading the green candles, I was worried that I wouldn't have as many opportunities, so I stayed in. So I've got to think about that and watch this play out a little bit longer and trade it more times. But I do like it. That was an easy $1,000. I mean, that didn't feel like I was in danger, so I like that. So. Okay, guys. Well, listen, thanks for watching. This is a shorter video. I'll make all these links available, and I will see you guys down the road. Stay inquisitive and stay green, and I'll see you guys soon.